Real Madrid in all white, AS Roma in their maroon and gold, and we're up and running in what should be a very interesting pre-season friendly. It's hard to believe that if Real Madrid do sign Neymar, they will take their spending to nearly £500 million over the summer. Quite incredible, staggering amount of money. They're looking to overturn Barcelona as the Spanish champions this year. Yes, Roma finished a long way behind Juventus in Serie A last season. They were down in 6th place, just 2 points behind Milan, but 30 points or so behind the eventual champions. Time of season, of course, final match. You're looking for a bit of raise in the intensity. Roma have made 6 changes to the side that drew with Athletic Bilbao in their last friendly match. Madrid played against Red Bull Salzburg in Austria on Tuesday night. Eden Hazard scored his first goal in a 1-0 win. Just 3 changes for Zidane tonight, as perhaps we gain some kind of clue as to the side he'll be putting out for their opening La Liga fixture next weekend. Ball over the top, looking for Zaniolo. Dzeko. Kolarov drove in the shot, took a deflection right across goal. Oh, how's that stayed out? What a chance for Pellegrini. Well, Dzeko was involved. The shot from Kolarov was misplaced, but he very nearly fell and really should have been converted by Pellegrini. Dzeko across goal, and it almost hit Pellegrini. And the home side should be 1-0 up. Courtois gathers. Just wonder whether this might be Edin Dzeko's last game for AS Roma. He's been reportedly house hunting in Milan ahead of a move to Inter. There's lots of rumours, lots of speculation around this time of year. Transfer window in most of Europe is still open, unlike England where it closed on Thursday. Here's Benzema. Good ball inside Madrid, mounting their first real attack here. Benzema got the ball away. Sterling, great save by Pau Lopez. Well, chances at both ends inside the opening 3 minutes. Valverde, the man sneaking in round the back, nobody marked him. Benzema went for goal. It's a good save by the new goalkeeper, the man signed from Real Betis. That goes up for offside, it would appear. It's been a good start. The crowd were in very good voice before the match. Predominantly Roma, of course. Too smattering of Real Madrid fans around. News if you're a Real Madrid fan is that there's a couple of players that I want to see on the bench tonight. Gareth Bale, who's been out of favour. Again, another player rumoured to be possibly moving away from the Bernabeu. Also Luka Jovic as well, who limped off in a previous friendly. He's on the bench tonight. So we talk about mixed seasons as well. Madrid lost 7-3 to Atletico Madrid, their big local rivals in a friendly match in America. Jovic limped off in that game and has not played a part in any of the matches since, but on the bench tonight. Unable to keep the ball in play. The player that's not featured for Madrid in pre-season has been James Rodriguez, the Colombian who was on loan in Germany last year. He has been allocated a squad number, but again, the feeling is that if Madrid do want to secure the signature of Neymar, they may have to sell the players like Bale, like Rodriguez. Perotti. It's over everybody. Here's that chance. There's the cross actually that's just coming in. Thought we were going to see the Kolarov chance again from a moment or so ago when the miss-hit shot very nearly fell for Pellegrini. There's Benzema in round the back once again. Good block by Fazio. I have to say it's an open start to the game. Maybe a pre-season friendly, but it's been entertaining in the opening 6.5 minutes. Dzeko. Big and strong when he's in possession, Edin Dzeko. That's a lovely ball inside the fullback. Off the bar. Another great chance. Cengiz under. Flicks the ball off the top of the bar. A flowing move from the Italians. Great vision from Edin Dzeko. No flag this time. Lifted the ball over Courtois. Unfortunately, couldn't lift it under the crossbar. Strange ball from Carvajal. Roma begin their Serie A campaign with a home match against Genoa here on the 25th of August. Madrid go to Celta Vigo for their opening La Liga match next week. Those of you who like an El Clasico, the first Barcelona-Real Madrid game, the 27th of August away at the Camp Nou. Lopez, 33 appearances for Real Betis last season. Caught the eye of Paulo Fonseca. €23.5 million they shelled out for the goalkeeper. Here's Cengiz under again, showing his pace once more. Nice touch back by Dzeko. Flowing move once again. Dzeko's at the heart of everything AS Roma have got going forward at the moment. Under's pace causing all sorts of problems. Luka Madrid once again at the other end. Luka Modric. Carvajal. Full ball comfortably gathered by Lopez. Zunga goes in Varane, all sorts of problems, and there's a touch back from Dzeko. Zaniolo with a shot straight at the goalkeeper. Marcelo. His pace has caused a lot of problems so far. Cengiz Under, the Turkish international. Hasn't scored for Roma since a win over Parma back in December, so he'll be looking to have a better season this year. Zaniolo. Pellegrini. Zidane, you just see on the edge of the pitch side there, same as his opposite number. It'll be a foul by Juan Jesus. Hazard wore the number 50 for his previous friendly appearances before he was allocated the number 7. He's iconic, of course. Raul, Cristiano Ronaldo, as we mentioned. Interesting to see how Hazard fares in La Liga this season. Kolarov. Dzeko. Kolarov's continued his run. And there's got a little bit of space. Marcelo is the man coming back. Militao, of course, in addition to Hazard, is the other new face in the Real Madrid lineup. £50 million signing from FC Porto. Great shot on the volley. Good save as well by Courtois. Brilliantly struck by Perotti. Great technique and a good save by Courtois, who wouldn't have seen that until late. Former Chelsea goalkeeper. And Roma have made a very positive start to this match. They did meet each other twice in the Champions League group stages last season. Both matches were won by Madrid. By far and away Roma's biggest pre-season game so far. They played a couple of games against lower league Italian opposition and a game against the Ligue 1 side Lille. 2-2 draw with Athletic Bilbao before rounding off their pre-season here for this Mabel Cup match against Madrid. Modric. Benzema just left it behind here, and Hazard just getting in each other. Caballal. Modric. Kolarov. Cristante. Chibi Casemiro. Hazard almost lost his footing, manages to recover though. Eden Hazard. Carvajal. Shot just bent wide. Pau Lopez was scrambling across for that one. Casemiro only had one thing on his mind, that was trying to find that bottom corner. Just slips in trying to find Zaniolo. Just a little bit overhit though. Casemiro. And Marcelo. Militao. Good turn by Modric. Nice ball through Marcelo. Benzema's waiting in the centre. Marcelo might go on his own. Fine finish. Well, the opening goal of the game after a raft of chances at either end. And it is the veteran who's starting his 14th season with Madrid, Marcelo, who scores. Having seen AS Roma hit the bar, Marcelo just stayed onside. Curls the ball into the bottom corner beyond Pau Lopez. Great finish. Question mark maybe over Florenzi, who was the fullback, just trying to Marcelo wearing the captain's armband for Real Madrid. Jesus all the way back to his goalkeeper. Still looking to add to their squad, AS Roma. There are reports they've agreed with the Liverpool defender Dejan Lovren. Talk still ongoing apparently about terms in that one. Under. Verratti. Stop wide again by Pellegrini. Under. Poor touch by Zaniolo, who gives away the free kick. Foul on Casemiro. There's nothing too serious for Real Madrid. They do have a couple of injuries. Ferland Mendy and Brahim Diaz both struggling with hamstring injuries at the moment, and Marco Asensio, who's out till next year with a ruptured cruciate. It was a poor touch from Zaniolo. He was always stretching to try and reach the ball. Summer, the 20-year-old. Well, there's Gareth Bale. I wonder if we'll see him tonight. Lots of speculation, of course, about his future. Such as the big money stakes in top-flight football these days, there's always going to be speculation about players moving or not moving, as the case may be. Casemiro's back on his feet, which is good news. There's the goal. Great ball from Luka Modric. That's what he brings to a team in midfield. And Marcelo did the rest, cutting back inside Florenzi. We'll be disappointed to have allowed him to go back on his inside. Take nothing away from the finish, though, from Marcelo. Hasn't scored since last October. Marcelo, well, hadn't scored since last October. great servant to Real Madrid over the years. He's approaching 350 La Liga matches for Madrid. Jesus. Roma trailing by that Marcelo goal, coming in the 16th minute. And towards Dzeko, that was a brilliant take by Varane. Kolarov. Zaniolo. Well, he's got round Militao. Under. Dzeko! Good save again, Courtois. Was straight at him in fairness, but a great move once again by Roma. Either side of the goalkeeper, and you're asking questions, but Courtois well placed. Florenzi. 4 in the centre. Dzeko's the target. Got his head to it as well, but gathered by the goalkeeper. That's a good response, this from Roma. Florenzi had time for a look. If he was a little bit behind Dzeko, in fairness. Just had to flex the neck muscles to get the header on target. Nice flick looking for Zaniolo. Away by Militao. Nice play again, Perotti. Good ball, taking on Carvajal. Florenzi. Under. Dzeko in there again. Straight between the two defenders, but couldn't get a touch. Still the pressure on though. Kolarov. Madrid should get the ball clear with Marcelo. Foul on Eden Hazard. Good pressure from Roma. All started with the run of Zaniolo. Created plenty of chances, Paulo Fonseca's side in this first half. Dzeko's already forced Courtois into a couple of sharp saves. That header a moment or so ago as well, which was straight at the goalkeeper. Good ball across. Marcelo in an advanced position once again. He's just a little bit too far ahead of him though. Well, Madrid, you feel, just starting to find their stride at the moment. Started off a little bit slowly. Valverde just started to get a grip in the centre of midfield. To the Uruguay side that played in the Copa America Federico Valverde. A lot of these players, of course, it's been a fairly short break for America. 2 European qualifiers as well. Both were, certainly Madrid, away in America from third week in July, playing matches against Bayern and Arsenal. Lost to Bayern Munich before drawing 2-2 with Arsenal. Won on penalties. And then that 7-3 defeat to Atletico Madrid, which was a real shell-shocker for the Real Madrid fans. Steadied the ship since then. Carvajal. Benzema's header couldn't get up high enough though. Good high press by Madrid, just putting Pau Lopez under pressure from his own goal kick initially. Dzeko comes short. Good attack. Varane. Nacho. Top looking for Benzema's run. So it's giving the ball away at the moment. Hazard. Salah will keep it in play. Benzema making himself available. Hazard. Militao. Gathered again by the goalkeeper, Pau Lopez. Once again, Dzeko, the furthest man forward for Roma. It'll be a corner. It'll be a busy night for Nacho and co, with Roma looking to try and get themselves back into this one. Just approaching half an hour gone in the Stadio Olimpico. Pellegrini with the Roma corner. Down from Fazio, goes just wide with the aid of a deflection. It's another corner. The central defender making his presence felt in the penalty area. Just went out of Nacho, I think. Will be another corner, taken short this time. Madrid were just sleeping for a second, away by Varane, and then volleyed high and wide by Alexander Kolarov. Alexander Kolarov and Edin Dzeko, of course, formerly with Manchester. So Madrid have gone back to 3 at the back, which is the way they started. They went to a back 4 before they took the lead. It's been an interchangeable formation by Zidane in the pre-season friendlies they've played so far. There against Benzema. 4-4-2 against Tottenham, played 3 at the back in their last friendly against Red Bull Salzburg. Zaniolo. Oh, good play. Found himself a bit of space here, Zaniolo. Has he got some quality on the end of it? Lovely ball across, surely the equaliser. And Perotti. Great work by Zaniolo. And he really was on a play for Perotti. Tremendous pace. And you have to say it's no more than Roma deserve. They've looked very, very good going forward. Diego Perotti. Normally known from getting goals from the penalty spot, but it's nice for him to get one from open play. And here they come again. Dzeko! Oh, just wide. And you have to say, having trailed the likes of Juventus, AC Milan and Inter in previous years, I'm sure the Roma fans will be enthused by what they've seen so far in the opening 35 minutes. Completely different style than they played under Claudio Ranieri. Fonseca was at Shakhtar Donetsk in the Ukraine before coming here. He replaced the legendary Mirochulachescu. Actually won the league and cup double in his 3 seasons in the Ukraine. Here's Under. Already seen what his pace can do. Can he get another goal here? Still going Under. Still going. Shot to the deflection. Courtois saves. Away by Marcelo. Pressure on Carvajal. Perotti, Dzeko, Kolarov. Dzeko caught in possession by Casemiro. And he gives away the free kick. Cristante's ball forward, flicked on by Dzeko. And a tricky character when he's running at defenders. Madrid's turn to go back on the attack. Hazard, Benzema in the centre. Good tracking back though. Cristante, the man, in between his 2 defenders. Real Madrid's first corner of the match. Marcelo, great looking ball in, free header! Then Casemiro gets a second for Madrid. Well, Marcelo scored the first, he's made the second. And it was an unmarked header from Casemiro. Another player that was involved in the Copa America in the summer. Got up above Alexander Kolarov. Scored in Brazil's 5-0 win over Peru. And he's got a goal in club colours here. Positive header. Kolarov will be disappointed to have been beaten in the air. Well, it's offside from that angle. Flag stay down though, goal stands, so Casemiro makes it 2-1. Kolarov. Cristante. Dzeko striding forward! What a finish from Edin Dzeko. And what a through ball as well. But he's been threatening all night, the former Manchester City striker, and he's got his goal and no chance for Thibaut Courtois. Wasn't sure whether he'd got a fraction too early, but the flag stayed down. And having just taken the lead, Madrid had pegged back within a minute. Just watch Dzeko's movement. There he goes, he's onside. First time, top corner. Quality finish. I'm sure the Roma fans will be watching this and thinking, let's hope we don't lose this guy, because Inter are sniffing. Real striker's instincts from Edin Dzeko. Scored exactly 50 goals in the Premier League for Manchester City. He managed 9 last season in the league for Roma. Modric. Hazard. And those that have braved the balmy conditions in terms of temperature have been treated to a great game so far in the opening half of the match. Good defending by Roma. Verratti. Casemiro. Twisting and turning. Shot took a deflection. Delivery now from Luka Modric. They've already scored one headed goal. Madrid. Marcelo. Time to look and pick his spots. Casemiro got a touch on it, but not enough to trouble Pau Lopez. Big money transfer fees around now when Zinedine Zidane moved to Madrid back in 2001. A world record fee of 77.5 million euros back in 18 years ago. Hard to believe what he'd be worth these days, Zidane, if he was still playing. Famously sent off, of course, in the 2006 World Cup final against Italy. Tussle with all that headbutt on Marco Materazzi. As he didn't get the best reception from the Italian fans when he was introduced to the crowd before the match. Long memories, football fans. encouraging run forward once again. That's a good tackle though by Nacho. Marcelo. Here goes Hazard. Marcelo. Benzema just holding back on the edge of the penalty area. Marcelo might be tempted to go it alone. Modric. Blocked by Perotti. And then gathered comfortably by Pau Lopez. Casemiro. Marcelo takes another deflection. Real Madrid's fifth corner of the match, third of the second half already. Going towards Casemiro. Should get this one away. No changes to Roma, by the way, at half-time. It's Florenzi. Lovely crossfield ball. Chenny Zunga. Early ball in, looking for Edin Dzeko. It's away by Carvajal. Like it's Nacho, by the way, the other player that went off at half-time for Madrid. So Roma with a corner of their own now. Really come from behind twice in the match so far. Edin Dzeko unable to get any direction on the header. Talked about his future, of course, and the fact that Inter, importantly after him, they've just signed Romelu Lukaku from Manchester United. Apparently they want the two of them to pair together up front. That would be a pretty formidable strike partnership. Zinedine Zidane continues to be animated on the sidelines. Foul on Vinicius Junior. Under. Pellegrini. Dzeko wanted it released a little bit earlier. Under. Oh. And he hasn't put too much wrong tonight. Chenny Zunga. He's got his bearing slightly wrong there as he tried to whip that one across. His best effort. Straight away, Madrid back on the attack at the other end. It has been end to end right for the first whistle. Good ball, Hazard through. Courtois gathers. Pau Lopez rather gathers. Under. Just out of the reach of Dzeko, well played by Varane. They have spent that 300 million. Real Madrid, they have balanced the books by getting rid of a couple of players. Marcos Llorente went to Atletico for 40 million euros. Mateo Kovacic to Chelsea for 45. They've managed to recoup around about 130 million euros. Still, names being mentioned, as we mentioned, Neymar, Christian Eriksen as well, possibly from Tottenham. Donny van der Beek from Ajax also still being mentioned. Forward by Florenzi, not a good ball though. Marcelo. Carvajal. Modric. Good ball over the top, looking for Luka Jovic. Vinicius Junior tried to slip it out to Hazard, but didn't have the required pace. Dzeko. Inside with a reverse ball, Benzema. Good play by Fazio. It's a very accomplished centre-back alongside Juan Jesus. Marcelo did well to slip it forward. Vinicius just in behind Jovic, who wanted it played. You can see where he's pointing, wanted it played into his path. Vinicius pulled the ball behind him and he couldn't adjust his position. Are we going to see Gareth Bale? Time that these two sides have faced each other. Madrid have always had the better of the performances. 9 wins to Roma's 3. Benzema, Hazard. Let's play again by Madrid, just trying to split those 4 defenders, but Kolarov was on hand that time. Casemiro, Marcelo, just over hit slightly. Vinicius Jr. should keep it in play. Carvajal, Modric. Wasteful ball as it was aimed in towards Edin Dzeko. Marcelo, brave header from Juan Jesus, and the shot comfortably saved by Pau Lopez. No real pace in it, had plenty of time to see that one, the Roma goalkeeper. Thought there might have been a foot up by Marcelo. Benzema reacted quickest, stabbed it goalwards really, rather than getting too much pace on the ball. Zaniolo, good persistence. Oh, the referee's given a free kick. Zaniolo, like most of the Roma players, reacting with a little bit of surprise, to say the least, at the referee's decision. It was a tug of the shirt, but Casemiro went down holding his face. May just have caught him under the chin, but certainly didn't look like a foul. It was one of those where you're just using your arms really for a bit of momentum rather than anything untoward. The referee has given the free kick though. It's a familiar figure if you know your Dutch players, son of Patrick Kluivert, Justin Kluivert, on the bench for AS Roma. Modric with a free kick. Marcelo. Hazard. Militao. Marcelo's ball down the line for Hazard, but the flag's gone up for offside. Saw Zidane in consultation with one of his coaches in the technical area. Too sure that was offside, actually. Maybe I'll be seeing one or two more changes. It's very hot here tonight in Rome, 31 degrees, so you don't want to risk too many players ahead of the opener at the weekend. Lucas Vazquez, Gareth Bale, Toni Kroos, Isco among the players available to Zidane on the bench tonight. Almost into the path of Florenzi, forward from fullback. Given away cheaply by Hazard, cut out by Fazio. Zaniolo. Cristante. Well, given away cheaply to Modric. Two back from Benzema. Vinicius Junior in a good position, but be cut out. Fazio. Pellegrini. Kolarov. Zaniolo certainly puts himself around in midfield. He's still only 20 years of age, made 27 league appearances last season in midfield for Roma. Actually been yellow carded in his last 6 matches in all competitions, Zaniolo as well, and he's actually become close to this evening as well a couple of times. Change on Casemiro in the first half. Florenzi. So here comes another Real Madrid change. It's going to be Toni Kroos. It's coming on in place of Karim Benzema. Gareth Bale is also on. Casemiro comes off. Toni Kroos on, the man who started his career at Bayern Munich. And Also coming on is Odriozola. So 3 changes made by Real Madrid. Pellegrini comes off for AS Roma. It's difficult to keep a track of these substitutions when they all happen in one go. That's one of the new faces coming on for AS Roma, Leonardo Spinazzola. Florenzi goes off as well. We'll confirm in a moment who else came on for AS Roma in that busy period for the 4th official. But Florenzi's gone off. Down the line under. Oh! Caught by Militao, and that will be the first yellow card of the game for the Real Madrid new boy. Well, he's caused problems with his pace right from the first whistle. Cenni Zunga. No doubt about the yellow card. Full flight for the number 17. Spinazzola, who came on a moment or so ago, signed from Juventus for just under 30 million euros. Signed on a 4-year deal. Zaniolo bursting forward once again. That's good play by Kolarov, looking to slip it across for Dzeko. Zaniolo's in there, really congested in the penalty area. No one able to get a touch. Amadou Diawara is the other player that's come on, by the way, for AS Roma, the other new boy. And here's a chance for Madrid at the other end, pushed away by Pau Lopez. So end to end at the moment. Justin Kluivert about to make his entrance as well. Here's Under. The foresight to try and take on Odriozola. Good persistence by Under. Wins the corner. Odriozola beaten for pace. He had to just tap that one behind. Waits to come on. Roma corner. Diawara. Spinazzola. Spinazzola's continued his run. It's a good run. It's heading Dzeko. Couldn't squeeze it into that top corner. He caught it cleanly, heading Dzeko. Great run though by the fullback, a new signing, Spinazzola. Came off the outside of his boot from Edin Dzeko. Justin Kluivert. Off goes Perotti. Scored the first AS Roma goal. Kluivert, who signed for AS Roma after a phone call from, well, the Roma legend Francesco Totti, recommending him to the club. There's the number 34 after his good friend Abdul Halak Nouri, who had to give up the game after a career-ending heart attack in 2017. He was a youngster at Ajax with Kluivert. So in tribute, Kluivert wears the number 34, which was the same number as his good friend used to wear. By Courtois. First touch for Gareth Bale, but the whistle's gone. Previously Real Madrid's record signing until they signed Eden Hazard. Scored his 100th Real Madrid goal back in February against Atletico, Gareth Bale. I wonder where his future lies. There's Cristante, Diawara. Foul on Kluivert. Bursting run again by Kolarov, had to go on his own. Dzeko hadn't really got himself into a position where he could get on the end of a cross, and Kolarov forcing Courtois into a save. He felt that as well. Courtois was hit with great pace from Kolarov. Protected his near post well, the Belgian goalkeeper. Isco, the latest player waiting to come on. Bale on the chase. Fazio gets there first though, good pace from the defender. Spinazzola. Zaniolo. Spinazzola. Lovely ball to Kolarov, who's got space. Spinazzola now goes across, so to Vinicius Junior. Cristante. Dzeko. Spinazzola looking for some quality. Goes out off Gareth Bale for a corner. It's good build-up play again by Roma. Have played the ball around nicely tonight. Love to get the wide men forward. Kolarov and Spinazzola at the moment. It's a wasted corner. We'll see the introduction of Isco. Eden Hazard is the man that's coming off. Francisco Roman Alarcon Suarez, to give him his full title, Isco, which is far easier. He comes on, having joined from Malaga 6 years ago. Signed a new deal a couple of years ago to keep him at Madrid until 2022, Isco. Tony Kroos. Marcelo. Isco, first touch, Kroos. Odriozola. Modric. players back behind the ball and then managed to stop the threat just for the moment. On by Under. Well played by Dzeko. Under giving the ball away though to Diawara. Isco into corner. So those changes don't seem to have disrupted the pace of the game too much. It's the first half that was played at quite a frantic pace for a pre-season friendly, and the start of the second half was the same. Collar up before he could reach Vinicius Jr. Corner taken short to Marcelo. Similar position to where he scored the goal from. Opts to go cross-field this time. Flip back in again, continued his run. There were 4 Madrid players all in a line. Or possibly 3 of them were offside. Went up straight away. Everybody went towards the ball. 5 players, in fact, together. Fortunately, the flag went up to save AS Roma. From front of the goalkeeper by Varane. Militao just misjudged the bounce slightly. Recovers well though. Marcelo. Given away to Under. Zaniolo. Helped on by Diawara. Kolarov. Loses out and they could be short here. There might be a break on. Vinicius Jr. He's got Modric up with him. Jesus goes across. Odriozola gets the ball across and tied it up nicely by Roma. Posure inside their own penalty area. And the home crowd enjoying the efforts from their team at the moment. Just run out of play, I think, by Cristante. And another double change coming up for AS Roma this time. Antonucci coming on, as is Patrick Schick. Edin Dzeko makes his way up, hands the captain's armband over to Fazio. I wonder if that's Dzeko's last game for AS Roma. Time will tell. A couple of weeks left in the Italian transfer window, as there is in the Spanish. It's been a good performance tonight by Edin Dzeko. Scored that wonderful goal that the Roma legend Francesco Totti would have been proud of. Zaniolo is the other player to go off. With the speculation that Patrick Schick, who's just come on, and also Steven Nzonzi, who've not featured in the last 3 matches, could also be on the move potentially, but Schick comes on. Good play, chance for another Madrid goal, and it's good save again. Jovic with a chance, and Paulo Lopez beats it away. Well, Jovic has hurt himself as well. Maybe a clash of ankles between him and Fazio as he got the shot in. Fazio came across. It was a good strike, but it was straight at the goalkeeper. There's the challenge that just jarred the ankle of Luka Jovic. He really should have scored. Scored 17 goals last season for Eintracht Frankfurt, Luka Jovic. Initially on loan before signing permanently for the rest of the season, and then snapped up by Real Madrid. Antonucci had just left the field for a moment. He's back on, so we're back to a full complement of 11. Knows what a big season it is for Real Madrid. Zinedine Zidane. A lot of money spent. The club will expect results. Spinazzola. Under. Squeezes the shot away and only just wide. Not a bad effort from Chendizunga. Just couldn't get the bend on it to get it around Courtois' outstretched hand. So 6 changes made by Real Madrid in the second half, 5 by AS Roma. Odriozola. Isco, Bale. Kolarov not taking any chances, concedes the corner. There is the potential of extra time and penalties should this be level after 90 minutes. Isco's corner comes off Bale, came off his shoulder. Vinicius into the corner, good save by Pau Lopez. Still not cleared, back in again by Isco. Volleyed back in and then sliced by Spinazzola back over his own crossbar. And Madrid trying to keep up the pressure here as we approach the final 10 minutes. Marcelo. Kroos. Marcelo. Isco. Blocked by Kolarov. Militao couldn't bring the ball down under control. Tried to come off Gareth Bale's shoulder initially. Vinicius Jr. tried to bend it through the crowd of players. It was a good save by Pau Lopez. Slash at the ball from Spinazzola onto the roof of the net. Fonseca just in discussion, maybe just hearing how long's to go. Kroos. Stante. Kluivert. Kolarov. First time ball. Well, it was neither a cross nor a shot, really. Danucci was the man coming in at the far post, but it was much too far ahead of him. Odriozola. Good ball in behind for Jovic, but it was well read by Pau Lopez, who was quickly off his line. Bowie to come up with a match winner. Antonucci, away stopped by Marcelo. Fazio. Diawara. Lovely ball for Kluivert to chase. Modric goes with him. Someone moving into space. Diawara offers the reverse pass back towards Kluivert. Not a good ball though. Isco on the edge of his own penalty area. Vinicius Junior. Isco, great ball over the top, looking for Gareth Bale. It's Gareth Bale! Side netting. But he scored so many important goals in his Real Madrid career. Champions League finals amongst them, and that was a great attempt with the outside of his left foot. Tried to bend it in that near post and very nearly succeeded. Lovely ball. Spinazzola in no man's land really. Bale narrowly wide. Lovely play. That's the closest we've come to a goal for a while, actually. Lots of chances up to this point, but just a little bit stale. The substitutions just knocking a little bit out of the rhythm of the game. Not too much. Militao. Put out by Under. Diawara. Sheik was caught in possession by Luka Modric, playing a much deeper midfield role now after the substitutions. Odriozola. Isco has been busy since coming on in midfield. Marcelo. Bale went a fraction early. Odriozola. Vinicius Junior. Marcelo just took his eye off it for a second. Scored that lovely goal in the first half, Marcelo, from a similar position on the corner of the penalty area. Vinicius Junior. Spinazzola stuck to his task. Kroos. Militao. Odriozola. Isco forced to check back with Kluivert in front of him. Spinazzola kept his eye on the ball. Militao. The possession in Madrid's favour at the moment, but all breaking down when they get to the final third, except with the exception of that Gareth Bale shot a few moments ago. Militao. Oh, almost caught in possession by Antonucci. Referee gives the free kick. Such is the style of play these days, of course, with central defenders required to pretty much play out from the back. You can often, if you're caught in possession, put yourself under pressure. Good play by Odriozola. He's looked lively since coming on at full back, getting forward at every opportunity. Bale. Odriozola. Isco. Handball. Indeed, it is handball by Patrick Kluivert. Father was such a great player, of course, Patrick Kluivert. Deep in thoughts, Edin Dzeko. Those left on the pitch, there's a free kick to defend here with 3 minutes to go. Tony Kroos. Varane's forward, Militao's in there as well. Can't get the ball over Kolarov though. Modric. Marcelo. Kept in by Bale. Two number 11s up against each other, Bale and Kolarov. Bale went for goal, but is well wide of the target. ...21 wins in 31 La Liga matches for Real Madrid last year. The one stat that really stands out is the amount of defeats. 12 defeats across the course of the season. Finished 19 points behind Barcelona and 8 points behind second place Atletico. So all eyes will be on Zinedine Zidane this season to see if there's an improvement. Played by Varane. Modric. Marcelo. Vinicius Junior. Marcelo. Vinicius Junior went for the return. It was blocked by Under. Isco. Pushed out wide by Jovic. Captain player by Odriozola. Bale. Isco. Oh, lovely flick. Odriozola's offside though. That's clever. Saves AS Roma just. Good ball. Spinazzola. Away from Marcelo. Too close to Militao though. Tony Kroos. Isco. Bale. Little flick over the top looking for the run of Isco. Jovic, you can see in space, asking why wasn't the ball played to me? Bale, that little flick over the top. 3 minutes added time at the end of the 90. No addition to the half-time score. Marcelo put Real Madrid in front. Perotti levelled it up with a simple tap-in after good work by Chendizunga. Casemiro's free header made it 2-1 to Barcelona, but within a minute a really sharp first-time shot from Edin Dzeko levelled it up at 2-2. Here's Marcelo. Are we to get a winner in stoppage time? Isco. Bundled over by Cliver. Free kick to Madrid. Marcelo. Allowed to run by Bale. Goes for the return off Jovic. Bale! Just wide again. Can't quite find his range tonight, Gareth Bale, but he's not far away. Always going away from Pau Lopez's post. Roma fans, as we said, that have come out tonight have been thoroughly entertained by these two sides. Entertainment might not be over yet. Antonucci, it's a great run. Antonucci, side netting. Another great chance for Roma. the 20-year-old Mirko Antonucci. He's been at Roma since he was 13, such was the potential they spotted in him. Vinicius Jr. It's a poor touch, takes him a little bit too wide. Spinazzola. Luka Jovic in the centre. Might try his own. Vinicius Jr. tried to find that bottom corner, but again, wide of the target. First fixtures we mentioned, they were away to Celta Vigo the first game. Second game is at home to Valladolid, then a trip to Villarreal and home game against Levante. Their first 4 fixtures in La Liga. They take on Genoa, Lazio, Sassuolo and Bologna in their opening 4 matches. Well, there goes the full-time whistle. So nothing can split the sides over 90 minutes. So we have further time to play. Alexander Kolarov is the first man up. Bottom corner, hit with real pace by Kolarov. No mistakes there from the experienced Serbian international. Attention's turning now to Pau Lopez. The new boy in goal for AS Roma. Toni Kroos with Real Madrid's first penalty. Best of 5, don't forget, and if it's still level we go to 7 down. Oh, bottom corner, same as Kolarov. Really well placed by Toni Kroos. Again, no chance for the goalkeeper. Chendi's under. Next up for Roma. Against Thibaut Courtois. Same corner. Goalkeeper went the wrong way that time, but that bottom corner proving popular. 2-1 to AS Roma. Isco up next, one of the second half substitutes. Against Pau Lopez. And again, same corner. It's proving popular. Every penalty's gone in the same place. It's 2-2. Isco, Varane, and Senio were the goal scorers in that shootout. Arsenal when Real won 3-2. Antonucci is next up for AS Roma. He goes high, same side. Goalkeeper again goes the wrong way. So 3-2 to Roma. 5 very good penalties so far. And here's the man who missed against Arsenal, which would have delighted the Arsenal supporters, being a former Tottenham player, of course. But it is Gareth Bale. Against Pau Lopez. Scores this time, goes the other side and makes it 3-3. Cristante. Next, one of the few players that played 90 minutes. Brian Cristante has it the same corner as Gareth Bale to make it 4-3. It's 100% record so far for both these teams from the spot. To all intents and purposes, it really is sudden death now, because if Modric misses, Roma would need one more to go through. Oh, comfortably done. So 4-4. It's been a very good shootout so far. But someone at some point will be a villain. Leonardo Spinazzola, 29.5 million euros from Juventus in the summer. Oh, he squeezed it in the bottom corner. Didn't take too much of a run up. Courtois got across. He was well off his line as well, Courtois. I'm not too sure had he made the save, we wouldn't have had the penalty retaken. So responsibility falls to Marcelo. If he scores, we're into sudden death. If he misses, it's AS Roma that will lift the Mabel Cup. Is Pau Lopez about to make himself a hero? Oh, it's underside of the bar and away, and AS Roma win the game. Well, Marcelo, the first player to miss, underside of the bar. The ball bounced down the wrong side of the goal line as far as he was concerned. And the first man to miss in the 10th penalty in the shootout. Hands victory to AS Roma. And it's rounded off what's been a fantastic night, really. Great football played by both teams. Real Madrid in all white, AS Roma in their maroon and gold, and we're off and running in what should be a very interesting pre-season friendly. It's hard to believe that if Real Madrid do sign Neymar, they will take their spending to nearly £500 million over the summer. Quite incredible, staggering amount of money. They're looking to overturn Barcelona as the Spanish champions this year. Yes, Roma finished a long way behind Juventus in Serie A last season. They were down in 6th place, just 2 points behind Milan, but 30 points or so behind the eventual champions. Time of season, of course, final match, you're looking for a bit of raise in the intensity. Roma have made 6 changes to the side that drew with Athletic Bilbao in their last friendly match. Madrid played against Red Bull Salzburg in Austria on Tuesday night. Eden Hazard scored his first goal in a 1-0 win. Just 3 changes for Zidane tonight, as perhaps we gain some kind of clue as to the side he'll be putting out for their opening La Liga fixture next weekend. Good ball over the top, looking for Zaniolo. Dzeko. Kolarov drove in the shot, took a deflection right across goal. Oh, how's that stayed out? What a chance for Pellegrini. Well, Dzeko was involved. The shot from Kolarov was misplaced, but he very nearly fell and really should have been converted by Pellegrini. Dzeko across goal, and it almost hit Pellegrini. And the home side should be 1-0 up. Courtois gathers. Just wonder whether this might be Edin Dzeko's last game for AS Roma. He's been reportedly house hunting in Milan ahead of a move to Inter. There's lots of rumours, lots of speculation around this time of year. Transfer window in most of Europe is still open, unlike England where it closed on Thursday. Here's Benzema. Good ball inside Madrid, mounting their first real attack here. Benzema got the ball away. Stilly, great save by Pau Lopez. Well, chances at both ends inside the opening 3 minutes. Valverde, the man sneaking him round the back, nobody marked him. Benzema went for goal. It's a good save by the new goalkeeper, the man signed from Real Betis. That goes up for offside, it would appear. It's been a good start. The crowd were in very good voice before the match. Predominantly Roma, of course. Two smattering of Real Madrid fans around. If you're a Real Madrid fan, is that there's a couple of players that I want to see on the bench tonight. Gareth Bale, who's been out of favour. Again, another player rumoured to be possibly moving away from the Bernabeu. Also Luka Jovic as well, who limped off in a previous friendly. He's on the bench tonight. So we talk about mixed seasons as well. Madrid lost 7-3 to Atletico Madrid. They're big local rivals in a friendly match in America. Jovic limped off in that game and has not played a part in any of the matches since, but on the bench tonight. To keep the ball in play. A player that's not featured for Madrid in pre-season has been James Rodriguez, the Colombian who was on loan in Germany last year. He has been allocated a squad number, but again, the feeling is that if Madrid do want to secure the signature of Neymar, they may have to sell the players like Bale, like Rodriguez. Perotti. It's over everybody. Here's that chance. There's the cross actually that's just coming in. Thought we were going to see the Kolarov chance again from a moment or so ago when the miss-hit shot very nearly fell for Pellegrini. There's Benzema in round the back once again. Good block by Fazio. I have to say it's an open start to the game. Maybe a pre-season friendly, but it's been entertaining in the opening 6.5 minutes. Dzeko. Big and strong when he's in possession, Edin Dzeko. That's a lovely ball inside the fullback. Off the bar. Another great chance. Cengiz under. Flicks the ball off the top of the bar. A flowing move from the Italians. Great vision from Edin Dzeko. No flag this time. Lifted the ball over Courtois. Unfortunately, couldn't lift it under the crossbar. Strange ball from Carvajal. Roma begin their Serie A campaign with a home match against Genoa here on the 25th of August. Madrid go to Celta Vigo for their opening La Liga match next week. Those of you who like an El Clasico, the first Barcelona-Real Madrid game, the 27th of August away at the Camp Nou. Lopez, 33 appearances for Real Betis last season. Caught the eye of Paulo Fonseca. €23.5 million they shelled out for the goalkeeper. Here's Cengiz Under again, showing his pace once more. Nice touch back by Dzeko. Flowing move once again. Dzeko's at the heart of everything AS Roma have got going forward at the moment. Under's pace causing all sorts of problems. Luka Madrid once again at the other end. Luka Modric. Carvajal. Full ball comfortably gathered by Lopez. Zunga goes in Varane, all sorts of problems, and there's a touch back from Dzeko. Zaniolo with a shot straight at the goalkeeper. Marcelo. Pace has caused a lot of problems so far. Cengiz Under, the Turkish international. Hasn't scored for Roma since a win over Parma back in December, so he'll be looking to have a better season this year. Zaniolo. Pellegrini. Zidane, you just see on the edge of the pitch side there, same as his opposite number. It'll be a foul by Juan Jesus. Hazard wore the number 50 for his previous friendly appearances before he was allocated the number 7. It is iconic, of course. Raul, Cristiano Ronaldo, as we mentioned. Interesting to see how Hazard fares in La Liga this season. Dzeko. Kolarov's continued his run. There's got a little bit of space. Marcelo is the man coming back. course, in addition to Hazard, is the other new face in the Real Madrid lineup. £50 million signing from FC Porto. Great shot on the volley. Good save as well by Courtois. Brilliantly struck by Perotti. Great technique and a good save by Courtois, who wouldn't have seen that until late. Former Chelsea goalkeeper. And Roma have made a very positive start to this match. They did meet each other twice in the Champions League group stages last season. Both matches were won by Madrid. Is by far and away Roma's biggest pre-season game so far. They played a couple of games against lower league Italian opposition and a game against the Ligue 1 side Lille. 2-2 draw with Athletic Bilbao before rounding off their pre-season here with this Mabel Cup match against Madrid. Modric. Benzema just left it behind. He and Hazard just getting in each other. Caballal. Modric. Cristante. Casemiro. Hazard almost lost his footing, manages to recover though. Eden Hazard. Carvajal. Shot just bent wide. Pau Lopez was scrambling across for that one. Casemiro only had one thing on his mind, that was trying to find that bottom corner. He slips in trying to find Zaniolo. Just a little bit overhit though. Casemiro. And Marcelo. Militao. Good turn by Modric. Nice ball through Marcelo. Benzema's waiting in the centre. Marcelo might go on his own. Fine finish. Well, the opening goal of the game after a raft of chances at either end. And it is the veteran who's starting his 14th season with Madrid, Marcelo, who scores. Having seen AS Roma hit the bar, Marcelo just stayed onside. Curls the ball into the bottom corner beyond Pau Lopez. Great finish. Question mark maybe over Florenzi, who was the fullback, just trying to Marcelo wearing the captain's armband for Real Madrid. Jesus all the way back to his goalkeeper. Still looking to add to their squad, AS Roma. There are reports they've agreed a Sympathy with the Liverpool defender Dejan Lovren. Talk still ongoing apparently about terms in that one. Under. Garotti. Pushed up wide again by Pellegrini. Under. Poor touch by Zaniolo, who gives away the free kick. Foul on Casemiro. It's nothing too serious for Real Madrid. They do have a couple of injuries. Ferland Mendy and Brahim Diaz both struggling with hamstring injuries at the moment, and Marco Asensio, who's out until next year with a ruptured cruciate. It was a poor touch from Zaniolo. He was always stretching to try and reach the ball. Summer, the 20-year-old. Well, there's Gareth Bale. I wonder if we'll see him tonight. Lots of speculation, of course, about his future. Such as the big money stakes in top-flight football these days, there's always going to be speculation about players moving or not moving, as the case may be. Casemiro's back on his feet, which is good news. There's the goal. Great ball from Luka Modric. That's what he brings to a team in midfield. And Marcelo did the rest, cutting back inside Florenzi. We'll be disappointed to have allowed him to go back on his inside. Take nothing away from the finish, though, from Marcelo. Hasn't scored since last October. Marcelo, well, hadn't scored since last October. He's been a great servant to Real Madrid over the years. Approaching 350 La Liga matches for Madrid. Juan Jesus. Roma trailing by that Marcelo goal, coming in the 16th minute. Towards Dzeko. That was a brilliant take by Varane. Kolarov. Zaniolo. Well, he's got round Militao. Under. Dzeko. Good save again, Courtois. Was straight at him in fairness, but a great move once again by Roma. Either side of the goalkeeper, and you're asking questions, but Courtois well placed. Florenzi. 4 in the centre. Dzeko's the target! Got his head to it as well, but gathered by the goalkeeper. That's a good response, this, from Roma. Florenzi had time for a look. He was a little bit behind Dzeko, in fairness. Just had to flex the neck muscles to get the header on target. Nice flick looking for Zaniolo. Away by Militao. Nice play again, Perotti. Good ball, taking on Carvajal. Florenzi. Dzeko in there again, straight between the two defenders, but couldn't get a touch. Still the pressure on though, Kolarov. Madrid should get the ball clear with Marcelo. Foul on Eden Hazard. That was good pressure from Roma. All started with the run of Zaniolo. Created plenty of chances, Paulo Fonseca's side in this first half. Dzeko's already forced Courtois into a couple of sharp saves. That header a moment or so ago as well, which was straight at the goalkeeper. Good ball across. Marcelo in an advanced position once again. It's just a little bit too far ahead of him though. Well, Madrid, you feel, just starting to find their stride at the moment. Started off a little bit slowly. Valverde just started to get a grip in the centre of midfield. To the Uruguay side that played in the Copa America, Federico Valverde. A lot of these players, of course, it's been a fairly short break for America. 2 European qualifiers as well. Both were, certainly Madrid, away in America from the 3rd week in July, playing matches against Bayern and Arsenal. Lost to Bayern Munich before drawing 2-2 with Arsenal, won on penalties, and then that 7-3 defeat to Atletico Madrid, which was a real shell shocker for the Real Madrid fans. Steadied the ship since then. Carvajal. Benzema's header couldn't get up high enough though. Good high press by Madrid, just putting Pau Lopez under pressure from his own goal kick initially. Dzeko comes short. Militao. Varane. Nacho. Top looking for Benzema's run. So it's giving the ball away at the moment. Hazard. Salah will keep it in play. Benzema making himself available. Hazard. Militao. Gathered again by the Roma goalkeeper Paolo Lopez. Once again, Dzeko, the furthest man forward for Roma. It'll be a corner. It'll be a busy night for Nacho and co, with Roma looking to try and get themselves back into this one. Just approaching half an hour gone in the Stadio Olimpico. Pellegrini with the Roma corner. Down from Fazio, goes just wide with the aid of a deflection. It's another corner. The central defender making his presence felt in the penalty area. Just went out of Nacho, I think. It will be another corner, taken short this time. But just sleeping for a second, away by Varane, and then volleyed high and wide by Alexander Kolarov. Alexander Kolarov and Edin Dzeko, of course, formerly with Manchester. Madrid have gone back to 3 at the back, which is the way they started. They went to a back 4 before they took the lead. It's been an interchangeable formation by Zidane in the pre-season friendlies they've played so far. They're against Benzema. 4-4-2 against Tottenham, played 3 at the back in their last friendly against Red Bull Salzburg. Zaniolo. Oh, good play. Found himself a bit of space here, Zaniolo. Has he got some quality on the end of it? Lovely ball across, surely the equaliser. And Perotti. Great work by Zaniolo. And he really was on a play for Perotti. Tremendous pace. And you have to say it's no more than Roma deserve. They've looked very, very good going forward. Diego Perotti. Normally known from getting goals from the penalty spot, but it's nice for him to get one from open play. And here they come again. Dzeko! Just wide. Well, you have to say, having trailed the likes of Juventus, AC Milan and Inter in previous years, I'm sure the Roma fans will be infused by what they've seen so far in the opening 35 minutes. Completely different style than they played under Claudio Ranieri. Second was at Shakhtar Donetsk in the Ukraine before coming here. He replaced the legendary Mirochulachescu. Actually won the league and cup double in his 3 seasons in the Ukraine. Here's Under. Already seen what his pace can do. Can he get another goal here? Still going Under. Still going. Shot to the deflection. Courtois saves. Away by Marcelo. Pressure on Carvajal. Perotti. Dzeko. Kolarov. Dzeko caught in possession by Casemiro. And he gives away the free kick. Cristante's ball forward, flicked on by Dzeko. And a tricky character when he's running at defenders. Madrid turn to go back on the attack. Hazard, Benzema in the centre. Good tracking back though. Cristante, the man, in between his 2 defenders. Real Madrid's first corner of the match. Marcelo, right looking ball in, free header! Then Casemiro gets a second for Madrid. Well, Marcelo scored the first, he's made the second. And it was an unmarked header from Casemiro. Another player that was involved in the Copa America in the summer. Got up above Alexander Kolarov, scored in Brazil's 5-0 win over Peru, and he's got a goal in club colours here. Positive header. Kolarov will be disappointed to have been beaten in the air. Well, it's offside from that angle. Flag stay down though, goal stands, so Casemiro makes it 2-1. Cristante. Under. Dzeko striding forward! What a finish from Edin Dzeko. And what a through ball as well. Well, he's been threatening all night, the former Manchester City striker, and he's got his goal and no chance for Thibaut Courtois. Wasn't sure whether he got a fraction too early, but the flag stayed down. And having just taken the lead, Madrid had pegged back within a minute. Just watch Dzeko's movement. There he goes, he's onside. First time, top corner. Quality finish. I'm sure the Roma fans will be watching this and thinking, let's hope we don't lose this guy, because Inter are sniffing. Real striker's instincts from Edin Dzeko. Scored exactly 50 goals in the Premier League for Manchester City. He managed 9 last season in the league for Roma. Modric. Hazard. For those that have braved the balmy conditions in terms of temperature have been treated to a great game so far in the opening half of the match. Good defending by Roma. Verratti. Casemiro. Twisting and turning. Took a deflection. The delivery now from Luka Modric. They've already scored one headed goal. Madrid. Marcelo. Time to look and pick his spot. Casemiro got a touch on it, but not enough to trouble Pau Lopez. About the big money transfer fees around now when Zinedine Zidane moved to Madrid back in 2001. A world record fee of 77.5 million euros back in 18 years ago. Hard to believe what he'd be worth these days, Zidane, if he was still playing. Famously sent off, of course, in the 2006 World Cup final against Italy. Tussle with all that headbutt on Marco Materazzi. So he didn't get the best reception from the Italian fans when he was introduced to the crowd before the match. Long memories, football fans. Andres on a charging run forward once again. That's a good tackle though by Nacho. Marcelo. Here goes Hazard. Marcelo. Benzema just holding back on the edge of the penalty area. Marcelo might be tempted to go it alone. Modric. Blocked by Verratti. And then gathered comfortably by Pau Lopez. Casemiro. Marcelo takes another deflection. Real Madrid's fifth corner of the match, third of the second half already. Down towards Casemiro. Should get this one away. No changes to Roma, by the way, at half-time. It's Florenzi. Lovely crossfield ball. Chenny Zunga. Early ball in, looking for Edin Dzeko. It's away by Carvajal. It's Nacho, by the way, the other player that went off at half-time for Madrid. So Roma with a corner of their own now. Really come from behind. Twice in the match so far. Edin Dzeko unable to get any direction on the header. Talked about his future, of course, and the fact that Inter, reportedly after him, they've just signed Romelu Lukaku from Manchester United. Apparently they want the two of them to pair together up front. That would be a pretty formidable strike partnership. Zinedine Zidane continues to be animated on the sidelines. Foul on Vinicius Jr. Under. Pellegrini. Checo wanted it released a little bit earlier. Under. Oh. And he hasn't put too much wrong tonight. Cengiz Under. He's got his bearing slightly wrong there as he tried to whip that one across. His best effort. Straight away, Madrid back on the attack at the other end. It has been end to end right for the first whistle. Good ball, Hazard through. Courtois gathers. But Pau Lopez rather gathers. Under. Just out of the reach of Dzeko, well played by Varane. They have spent that 300 million. Real Madrid, they have balanced the books by getting rid of a couple of players. Marcos Llorente went to Atletico for 40 million euros. Mateo Kovacic to Chelsea for 45. They've managed to recoup around about 130 million euros. Still, names being mentioned, as we mentioned, Neymar, Christian Eriksen as well, possibly from Tottenham. Donny van der Beek from Ajax also still being mentioned. Forward by Florenzi, not a good ball though. Marcelo. Carvajal. Modric. Good ball over the top, looking for Luka Jovic. Vinicius Jr. tried to slip it out to Hazard, but didn't have the required pace. Dzeko. Hazard with a reverse ball. Benzema. By Fazio. It's a very accomplished centre-back alongside Juan Jesus. Hazard. Marcelo. Did well to slip it forward. Vinicius just in behind Jovic, who wanted it played. You can see where he's pointing, wanted it played into his path. Vinicius pulled the ball behind him and he couldn't adjust his position. Are we going to see Gareth Bale? Time that these two sides have faced each other. Madrid have always had the better of the performances. 9 wins to Roma's 3. Benzema. Hazard. Let's play again by Madrid, just trying to split those 4 defenders, but Kolarov was on hand that time. Casemiro. Marcelo. Just overhit slightly. Vinicius Jr. should keep it in play. Carvajal. Modric. wasteful ball as it was aimed in towards Edin Dzeko. Marcelo. Brave header from Juan Jesus, and the shot comfortably saved by Pau Lopez. No real pace in it, had plenty of time to see that one, the Roma goalkeeper. I thought there might have been a foot up by Marcelo. Benzema reacted quickest, stabbed it goalwards really, rather than getting too much pace on the ball. Zaniolo, good persistence. Oh, the referee's given a free kick. Zaniolo, like most of the Roma players, reacting with a little bit of surprise, to say the least, at the referee's decision. It was a tug of the shirt, but Casemiro went down holding his face. May just have caught him under the chin, but certainly didn't look like a foul. It was one of those where you're just using your arms really for a bit of momentum rather than anything untoward. The referee has given the free kick though. It's a familiar figure if you know your Dutch players. Son of Patrick Kluivert, Justin Kluivert, on the bench for AS Roma. With a free kick. Marcelo. Hazard. Carvajal. Militao. Marcelo's ball down the line for Hazard, but the flag's gone up for offside. Saw Zidane in consultation with one of his coaches in the technical area. Too sure that was offside, actually. Maybe I'll be seeing one or two more changes. It's very hot here tonight in Rome, 31 degrees, so you won't want to risk too many players ahead of the opener at the weekend. Lucas Vazquez, Gareth Bale, Toni Kroos, Isco among the players available to Zidane on the bench tonight. Almost into the path of Florenzi, forward from fullback. Given away cheaply by Hazard, cut out by Fazio. Zaniolo. Cristante. Well, given away cheaply to Modric. Took back from Benzema. Vinicius Junior in a good position, but to be cut out. Fazio. Pellegrini. Kolarov. certainly puts himself around in midfield. Still only 20 years of age, made 27 league appearances last season in midfield for Roma. Actually been yellow carded in his last 6 matches in all competitions, Zaniolo as well, and he's actually become close to this evening as well a couple of times. Challenge on Casemiro in the first half. Florenzi. So here comes another Real Madrid change. It's going to be Toni Kroos. It's coming on in place of Karim Benzema. Gareth Bale is also on. Casemiro comes off. Toni Kroos on, the man who started his career at Bayern Munich. And also coming on is Odriozola. So 3 changes made by Real Madrid. Pellegrini comes off for AS Roma. It's difficult to keep a track of these substitutions when they all happen in one go. That's one of the new faces coming on for AS Roma, Leonardo Spinazzola. Florenzi goes off as well. We'll confirm in a moment who else came on for AS Roma in that busy period for the 4th official. But Florenzi's gone off. Down the line under. Oh. Caught by Militao, and that will be the first yellow card of the game for the Real Madrid new boy. Well, he's caused problems with his pace right from the first whistle. Cengiz Under. No doubt about the yellow card. Full flight for the number 17. Spinazzola, who came on a moment or so ago, signed from Juventus for just under 30 million euros. Signed on a 4-year deal. Zaniolo bursting forward once again. That's good play by Kolarov, looking to slip it across for Dzeko. Zaniolo's in there, really congested in the penalty area. No one able to get a touch. Amadou Diawara is the other player that's come on, by the way, for AS Roma, the other new boy. And here's a chance for Madrid at the other end, pushed away by Pau Lopez. So end to end at the moment. Kluivert about to make his entrance as well. Here's Under. The foresight to try and take on Odriozola. Good persistence by Under. Wins the corner. Odriozola beaten for pace. He had to just tap that one behind. Waits to come on. Roma corner. Diawara. Spinazzola. Spinazzola's continued his run. It's a good run. It's Edin Dzeko. Couldn't squeeze it into that top corner. He caught it cleanly, Edin Dzeko. Great run though by the fullback, the new signing Spinazzola. Came off the outside of his boot from Edin Dzeko. So in comes Justin Kluivert. Off goes Perotti. Score of the first AS Roma goal. Kluivert, who signed for AS Roma after a phone call from, well, a Roma legend, Francesco Totti, recommending him to the club. There's the number 34 after his good friend Abdul Halak Nouri, who had to give up the game after a career-ending heart attack in 2017. He was a youngster at Ajax with Kluivert. So in tribute, Kluivert wears the number 34, which was the same number as his good friend used to wear. Followed by Courtois. First touch for Gareth Bale, but the whistle's gone. Previously Real Madrid's record signing until they signed Eden Hazard. Scored his 100th Real Madrid goal back in February against Atletico. Gareth Bale. I wonder where his future lies. There's Cristante. Diawara. Foul on Kluivert. Bursting run again by Kolarov, had to go on his own. Dzeko hadn't really got himself into a position where he could get on the end of a cross, and Kolarov forcing Courtois into a save. He felt that as well. Courtois was hit with great pace from Kolarov. Protected his near post well, the Belgian goalkeeper. Juventus player waiting to come on. Bale on the chase. Fazio gets there first though. Good pace from the defender. Spinazzola. Zaniolo. Spinazzola. Ball to Kolarov, who's got space. Odriozola now goes across, so to Vinicius Jr.